Yo, this is Juwan, and this is CYON, and this is an outlet for entrepreneurs to tell your story, to get in the know, to relieve your stress, to create your own narrative. Yo, it's Create Your Own Narrative, man. CYON. We're here with another exclusive interview, and I'm very excited to do this one with a longtime friend, Yvenka. How you doing?
I'm good, Juwan. How are you?
I'm good. I ain't gonna put y'all in our business too much, but we go back from Bear Lakes Middle School to now, bro, and to see everything she has accomplished. I'm honored to be here with you.
I appreciate it.
And this beautiful, every little step in the way academy, man, because if you know how hard you worked your whole life to be able to get to this point. Just give the viewers a little bit about yourself and everything that's come with you.
Well, where do I start?
For real. Where do you start, for real?
I'm a native of West Palm Beach, Florida. I was raised by two Haitian immigrants who became citizens, of course, and, paved the way for us, did the best that they could. Went off to school to Florida A&M University. Well, let me back up because I forgot to mention Westward,
you forgot.
Bear Lakes, Palm Beach Lanes.
The trenches where everybody know you from.
For real. Went off to FAMU to study. Went into the military. Graduated from FAMU. Went off to get my master's degree and everything. Been a little around the world a little bit, and here I am back in Palm Beach, fulfilling my dreams and doing what God told me to do, long story short.
And that's true. Dang, bro, it's crazy how far we came and to see the growth throughout all these years, bro. Even for some of our peers, but to Every Little Step Academy, I appreciate you letting us come in here and share this space with you. The Q&A Foundation first. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that to the people what that is, and then we'll talk about this?
Okay. So Q&A Foundation is a foundation where we give scholarships to high school seniors who are going off to college. It is also branching off into a mentorship program. How that came about, the inspiration behind it is, one, my father, who passed away before I was born, or while my mom was pregnant with me, rather. He was a hardworking man. Education was very important to him. He was just about his business all the time, or whatever. So I was like, I want to keep, my dad's legacy going on, because he don't have any daughters. It's just me and my sister from my dad. So nobody to carry on his last name. So I was like, how can I honor my dad? So that's where the Q comes from, my maiden name, Katan. And then the A comes from one of my elementary teachers who is very near and dear to my heart, Miss Shakira. Her last name is Akbar. She has been like an amazing mentor and now like a second mother to me. And she's been through every transition in my life, from like elementary to middle school, high school, and even into like adulthood now. Like, I know if I need her, I could pick up the phone and call her and have those conversations with her.
Big shout out to her, for real.
Yeah. And I'm like, I always tell people, everybody needs a Miss Shakira in their lives, because the world would be a better place. Yeah. It's cliche, but it's true. But, those were two of the most inspirational people in my life and who had great impact on me. So I was like, this is how I want to honor them and, keep that legacy going between the both of them. So that's where Q&A came from.
And how can somebody get into the program or get a scholarship, be in consideration, I should say?
So for the Dorm Hookup Scholarship, that usually opens up in the beginning of the year. So for this year, January 2020, the following year, January 2024, applications will be open up. You can go on the website, qafoundation.org, and then just apply from there. Usually you need a 3.5 GPA. You have to be going to school in Florida or Georgia. And I do it that way because I'm a personable person. So I want to be able to
talk to them,
bring to the stuff. Because I could easily say, okay, send me your registry and buy it for them and it be sent to them. But no, I want to be a part of the experience with you.
How has that been? The experience of being able to gift so many people to go get their dreams, and how has that felt for you yourself?
It's been life-changing, and I mean that because you don't know how great, something is until you're actually in position to be able to do it. Every time, I encounter these young kids, they're full of life. They're ready to go out and And it's just like, it makes you like, dang, like, I need to go back to my drawing board and,
charge up.
Right. But I always think back to, like I said, Miss Shakira. When I was going off to college, she was one of the ones, or one of two, who made sure I had all my dorm essentials. Like my mom didn't have to worry about none of that. A lot of times with college, we think about the long term, and that's important, tuition and everything, but nobody thinks about the just now, like, like I need that fridge so I could, I need that microwave to warm up these oodles and noodles when I'm,
so I can survive, because Tallahassee was rough.
For real. So very humbling experience every time, I'm able to present the recipients with the Dorm Hookup Scholarship Essentials.
That's real. So now we're going to talk about every little step of the way.
My baby.
Her baby. I had to get a good experience in the back with a nice young lady. She taught me everything I needed to know about colors today. So I had a great time just enjoying the back room. What made you want to open this, especially bringing this back to West Palm? I know you were gone for a while, moved away. What was so important about you bringing this here to our community?
What was important about me bringing this to our community? So I always say it's important to build up your community. There's nothing wrong with going away. If that's your calling, that's fine. Right. But I always said, before I go and make somebody else's community better, I want to start with my own, because I could easily take, my God-given talents to Georgia, Texas, anywhere in the world. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, right. But I want to start here first, where I was raised, where, other young kids who look like me can be inspired or whatnot. So I just wanted to reach back in my backyard and help
pour
there
back
first.
Into it, especially how you were saying how the lady from, what's her name again?
Miss Shakira.
Miss Shakira basically helped you become this lady, so now you can help so many other kids in this great space. What services do you offer? What's the time slots? And if any parents want to register their kids here, what do they need to do?
So with Every Little Step Academy, we have 3 services. The first one is the preschool tutoring. It's more so geared towards like remote workers or stay-at-home parents, or those parents who, have that additional help with grandparents who could pick their kids up, drop them off and pick them up because maybe they're working a 9 to 5 or whatnot. And it's also for parents who are not a big fan of daycares like myself. Okay. Again, nothing wrong with daycares, but so they'll come in for 3 hours a day, and we're basically going over foundational concepts that they need to know for pre-K and kindergarten. We're doing STEAM-related activities: science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. I got little white coats for them.
Yeah, she do. You got the whole setup right there. They got it.
They put the little white coats on or whatever, and they're actively, doing these activities, seeing themselves as future dentists, future architects, future engineers, or whatever it may be, because even though they're young, they're impressionable and they're like sponges. They're soaking everything. So if this is their first experience with seeing, wow, I could really be a dentist, or wow, I could really be a lawyer, or whatever. Like, it starts right now, not when they get in high school or whenever. But yeah, so they're here for 3 hours a day. We go over, like I said, the foundational concepts or whatnot. And it's just for parents who like, okay, I need a break, or I need to get away, or I'm too lazy to teach my kids these things, or they need peer interaction. So it's there for those parents or whatnot. And then the other sessions that we have is basically regular tutoring. So for kids who need that extra help, or who is struggling with a subject in school, they could come in here, myself and a couple other high school volunteers. We sit together, we create fun activities, fun engaging activities. It's not just book work or whatever. We make it fun. Yeah. And then we also do Creole tutoring, teaching kids how to speak Creole. That's
real. I think I'm gonna bring my son in to teach him, because he be around all them boys. He learning. They be saying words to him. He be trying to catch on and stuff like that.
Bring him in. We full of love here.
Did you ever see yourself doing this, especially like growing up, being in Bear Lake, say just for instance, 6th grade, coming into yourself? did you see yourself becoming this person? Like, did you have a vision of always wanting to be in this position, I should say?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I know growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
Why I never pursued it is because growing up in a Haitian household, if it's not engineering, if it's not law, if it's not medical school, or by medical, I mean nurse.
Yeah.
The parents don't support it. Our parents now, they're crossing the bridge where now they're slowly but surely, becoming more open-minded or whatnot. But like back in the day, I'm not that old, but back in the day, it was more so if it's not these 3 areas, I don't support it. So, telling my mom, I want to be a teacher or whatever. It's like, oh, they don't make money. You're not going to be able to make a living out of that. So I kind of steered away from it. And then, going off to college, I'm like, okay, I'll just get a degree in the medical field or whatnot. So when I say no, it's because of that.
Okay.
But when I say yes, I did see myself in this position where you know who God is, you understand who you are and what you're capable of. Now, I may not have seen to this magnitude, but I knew that I was going to be great regardless.
Whatever it was. I respect. Yeah. And I know. If I needed some answers in class, I know who to go to. I ain't running away from it. Yvenka, please, I need a little help here. And can you help all of us? For real. But we gonna get to these hot seat questions, man, just to, get everything moving up. Drink some water. Just get everything moving up. Nah, you got my clock real quick, bro. You got your phone?
Hot seat questions. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I made sure I took my time. I wanted to know.
All right, what's the rules to these hot seat questions?
Answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
That's it. Ready?
All right.
All right, mark, set, go. What's the talent you have nobody knows?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, greatest accomplishment to date?
My kids.
Favorite thing to do?
Travel.
One place you must travel?
Greece.
Favorite movie?
You Got Served.
What's your biggest fear?
Dying early and leaving my kids behind.
That's real. Favorite artist?
Oh, I got a bunch. Brandy, just to name one.
Okay. What are some red flags to watch for in everyday life?
Red flags. People who are not genuine, people who don't understand discernment, people who don't respect your boundaries, and a bunch others.
Favorite memory from Bear Lakes Middle School?
Oh, hanging out with my girls, Mary, Wanda, Erica.
The group, the troops, they coming. You mess with one, you get hit by all. What's the eye-opening experience you had?
Eye-opening experience?
Yeah, last one.
Opening this, becoming a full-time entrepreneur. Very eye-opening.
Why so? Because
it's like parenting. You know how people say you're never ready to be a parent, no matter how much you prepare, you're just never ready because everything is circumstantial. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
For sure. Like you do all the research you want, all the preparing, you can have notebooks, you done did this workshop, you done talk to this person, have this mentor, but every experience is unique, so. And
it makes you though, because it makes you or break you, to be honest, as an entrepreneur trying to chase your dream. Does that ever get into the way, not even in the way, is it tiring sometimes being able to balance, being a full-time parent, entrepreneur, wife, everything?
Yes. Some mornings I be waking up because it's hard being a sleepy girl with a busy world. Because I wake up some mornings and my eyes be watery and I be like, God, this ain't for me. I'm just kidding. Like, I don't want it because it's like hard. And I know one of my friends, she was telling me, she was like, I don't know how you do it. Like you handle it so well and everything. And I was like, girl, don't be fooled.
Yeah,
because I be crying. I have my moments, and sometimes I want to give up because it's a lot. It's hard. But being grounded in God and knowing, okay, God gave me the vision. Clearly, He's seen that I was capable of doing it. So I can't let Him down. I can let anybody down. You can't go through life letting everybody use you but God.
Exactly.
So God, if you want to use me, I'm gonna do my best. I'm just gonna do my best.
I think that's the best thing about it is that even just taking the risk of just opening it.
Yeah.
How was that process for you?
It has been a long road, and it still is, like, between moving back and then my girls, you know, the transition for them, you know, coming to schools and everything. It's been challenging to say the least. Challenging for sure.
But you got a good team around you feel me? And then you got 2 beautiful daughters.
Thank you.
Especially having your little one here and her being able to teach her hands-on.
Right.
How's that feeling? How's that?
So that was one of my main motivations of opening up. Like, I always wanted to do it, but I was like, you know what, this is the year, because my youngest one, she's not verbal right now. She's learning how to talk. Okay. But I'm like, you know what? I need to get her around some other kids. Like, I need to hurry up and get her around her peers, but I didn't want to put her in daycare because I'm like, I could do it. Facts. So I was just like, I need to get her around some kids. This is the year to do it. I can't let her down. So that was most of the push that came behind, you know, opening it up.
And how have you been enjoying it?
I love it.
You love it?
I love kids. I love my kids. I love everybody's kids. So it's just like being able to, you know, have eyes on her. I know she's good. I know she's safe.
Yeah.
I know the other kids around her are safe, you know. So it's been an indescribable feeling.
This is the GOAT. Y'all know she graduated at the top of all her classes almost. Fam, how was fam experience? Get the people about FAMU and chasing your dream. And then I know you was in ROTC, right? I'm on point today. You was in ROTC. How was that? And from ROTC transitioning to being Yvenka in this position, how was that? How was that different? I guess you could say.
Well, the FAMU experience is always like no other. The incomparable FAMU.
Yeah, I ain't get a chance.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But it was beautiful going there. FAMU teaches you things that the outside world cannot teach you. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an alumni. Yeah. But it teaches you things that the outside world can't teach you. You form these bonds and relationships with people that last forever. Like, I know, I was in ROTC, like my ROTC friends or my battles, like I call them up. We travel together, we pray together, we have prayer groups and everything. So like just that whole experience was beautiful. And, you know, transitioning into my am I a young adult or I feel like I'm getting up there now.
Nah, bro, we about to hit 30. That's over with. Yeah, that's over with.
I'm still a young adult.
We adults. We just adults at this point. If your knees crack and your back ain't,
all right,
you're
an adult.
You're an adult.
But transitioning into, you know, young adulthood, it's been quite the journey. But I wouldn't change anything about it because it made me.
And then how did you go from ROTC? Because ROTC, did you ever want to go like away to be in the Army? You did go away, right? So
I was in the Army Reserves.
Okay.
I was doing ROTC. Once I graduated, I would have commissioned as an officer. Well, what happened with that is I went off to camp. So the second to last year, or when you're entering your last year in ROTC, the summer prior to, you have to go off to a camp. I forget what it's called. But that's where they assess you, and then they create a OML, and they're gonna rank you. Okay, you're 1, 2, 3 out of how many ever cadets, blah, blah, blah. And that helps your chances of going active duty. Okay. It helps your chances, and it also identifies if you're going active duty or reserve. So I get to camp, and you gotta do the little the drug test and everything. You gotta pee in the cup and all that, because they gotta make sure that you're good before you do all this training or whatnot. I get there and I see all the girls, they go through the line and they're just going away. So it's my turn. And they said, ma'am, can you have a seat over here? So I'm like, why is everybody leaving? And I'm here in my little corner. And I'm like, what did I do? I was like, I know I don't do drugs. I know I don't do this, I don't do that. So now my anxiety is getting the best of me. And I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm real deal pregnant. So long story short, I found out I was pregnant, and then I took a leave of absence from ROTC, and then I just decided not to go back. So I had my daughter. She was premature. She was 3 months early. Okay. And going through postpartum depression, going through I was like 1 year away from finishing college. And I was just like, this is a lot. I don't want to go back. And, you know, I started thinking like, you know, what if they send me away?
Yeah,
and, you know, I went
away from your kid.
Yeah, and this is my first baby. So I have first mom syndrome and everything. So I'm like very overprotective. And I'm like, I have to be here with my daughter. And the Army, they could be very... I don't want to use the wrong word because they still pay my bills.
Yeah, and they might cancel us. We ain't getting no more YouTube.
But nah, I don't know. I just found out that it wasn't for me. And sometimes, during that process, I realized just because you're good at something doesn't mean you have to do it, or it doesn't mean it's for you. So I was like, okay, it's time for me to wash my hands with that. And I was just like, all right, I'm done with this. I finished my time in the Army Reserves, and I was like, time for me to be a mom. Went back to finish school, and that was the end of that chapter.
Now we're here.
We're here.
So how did you stumble upon wanting to open up your own daycare or the Q&A Foundation after leaving ROTC?
Well, Q&A, that was written down in high school.
Okay.
I always said I was going to do that. That was a given. Every Little Step Academy. So at first I wanted to open up a daycare, but then I was like, this generation just different.
It is.
As far as like the kids itself.
Respect.
And two, the workers. People don't want to work anymore.
Facts.
And I think long term, down the tunnel and everything. And I just put myself in position like, okay, I know down the road, everything will work itself out, iron itself out. But like right now, if somebody were to like quit, I don't want to do this anymore, I have to step in. I want to work behind the scenes. I'm a behind the scenes type of person. I don't want to be on the floor every time. I don't mind doing it, but I want to be, I want to be behind the scenes or whatnot. So when I get to thinking of all the challenges that comes with, you know, owning a daycare or whatnot, I just like,
Wasn't for you.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now, the tutoring service, is more flexible, and that's more my speed. Like I can still get up and go, and I don't like being tied down to just one thing.
And
so
you can move.
So that's how, you know, this came about or whatnot, you know, just changing lanes and like, okay, so let me do something that works for the Yvenka right now. Later down the line, I may go back to wanting to open up a daycare, but I'm doing what works for me right now.
Yeah, right now. And also, I was going to ask you next, like, what's some learn-term goals you have for yourself and also both of your brands?
Oh, that's a good question. For my brand, for Every Little Step Academy, I would like to see it. I'm in the process of opening up a school. So the very early stages. So this is not something that's going to happen tomorrow or next year, but that's the ultimate goal from it. And then as far as the foundation, I want to be able to like, because right now we're doing like 1 to 2 students at a time. I want to be able to reach thousands and even millions of kids with scholarships beyond the dorm hookup scholarships, to be able to like pay off their tuition and take that load off of parents' shoulders or whatnot. So
definitely, I think we can definitely link with something on that. I was thinking about that when we were talking earlier. See how we can be able to maybe help. You feel me? Get the viewers involved.
Okay.
Feel me? We'll figure something. We're gonna figure something out off camera, but definitely I want to help donate to some kids in a scholarship, because I didn't have that starting off.
Right.
So my mom had to pay everything out of pocket. I lost my financial aid after the first semester.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say his name. We both did, and we was looking crazy, and it was rough, bro. And we didn't have the help of just the community. So just imagine if we had people putting a fridge in there, putting a microwave, food stamps. Give us some food stamps. Like, you go to college, you should get food stamps.
No,
I guarantee
you.
Bro.
They'll be quick to let an 18-year-old take out $10,000 of thousands and $1,000s of loans, but won't give us no food stamps.
Niggas being that hungry going to class, stomach.
Nah, you don't know struggle until it's 12 in the morning and you look in your account, you ain't got no money in there. You ain't got no snacks, no nothing. Like, the college struggle is hard.
The Wendy's 4 for $4 finally hit your account. Now you negative $4.75. You Chris, bro. Now you gotta get $10 to get another one. Nah, bro. I know the struggle. We know the struggle.
Gosh.
We already talked about if anybody's interested, you know, how they can sign up. I just want you to give them your website, your social media for both of your programs. And if you have any questions for myself, go down the list. There you go.
Well, the website for Q&A is qafoundationinc.org. The website for Every Little Step Academy is just that, everylittlestepacademy.com. And as far as social media handles, it's the same thing, QA Foundation Inc. And then Every Little Step Academy, Facebook, Instagram. I'm trying to get on TikTok, but I feel so old now. Like I just
you gotta catch in it.
I'm trying to.
Get your daughter, y'all do y'all little dance in the daycare behind the sign. All right.
I'm trying to. But as far as questions, I don't have any questions for you, but I do want to say that I'm proud of you. I love what you're doing. Like I said, I get to live through you doing this.
We definitely talked about that. We definitely did.
I love that you're giving people a platform to share their stories, because you never know who's listening. You never know who will help. And also, like, the collaboration that I see, like, it's just awesome. And like you said, we go way back.
We go way back, seeing it.
Seeing middle school Juwan to adult Juwan is just, like, very heartwarming. Yeah. And then a Black man at that, doing great things in the community. Like, I love it. And just keep doing your thing. I'm rooting for you. I got your back. The whole nine. You already know
the whole game, bro. That's what's crazy, bro. All of our friends know each other, and we all just, like, me and King, Reggie, I'm telling it. All of those, hey, bro, I got an interview with Yvenka, y'all boys. Like, y'all remember Yvenka, bro? She graduated this, that. Everybody like, yeah, bro, Yvenka. And it's just so heartwarming, like you said, be able to see us be able to accomplish this. And also all our other peers out there doing y'all thing.
Absolutely.
Congrats. I see y'all doing y'all thing. I see y'all working.
Very proud.
We finna sign up out of here, because she got a class coming soon, and I'm about to go back in the back and learn some more colors. So, it's CYON there, man. CYON. We here with Yvenka. We thank her again. The Q&A Foundation. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Every Little Step of the Academy. They coming with more, and just stay tuned for her personal life, man. She's a great person. She did a lot for her community. She did a lot for her people. And we're going to keep going up. Thank y'all. We out.
TR.